What I would like to know is what is your plans to tackle antisocial behaviour in the Birmingham area?
What are you going to do about litter in Erdington?
Hello, my name is Joseph Link and I'm a qualified carpenter and I can't find work. How would you go about helping me to find work?
Hi, I'm a young person and I've used the job centre in the past and I find it a complete waste of time when they push me into jobs which I don't like to do. Wouldn't it be better if they put me in a job that more suits my skills?
Hi, welcome to Social Breakfast. My name's Leanne and I'm a young person from the King's Standing area. Today I'm here to talk to some local MPs about issues that are going on in our area. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's John Hemming. I'm the Liberal Democrat candidate for Birmingham Yardley.
Okay. First question is, there is nothing to do in our local area which leads to young people committing antisocial behaviour. What are you going to do about this?
Well, in Yardley, for example, we've been developing a centre called The Vibe as a youth centre for young people in the 16s, teenagers basically, so that teenagers have things to do. Now, obviously, in King's Standing, you're in the Erdington constituency, you have your own MP and candidates. It's up to them what they do in their area.
Okay. What are you going to do about the fact that there are so many people leaving schools with minimal qualifications? Are you going to offer more vocational training or apprenticeships for these young people?
I think the issue of apprenticeships is very important, that people need to have an apprenticeship, the traditional sort of apprenticeship, which would actually lead to a job at the end of it rather than something that doesn't produce that. But that's actually not as easy to achieve as one would say, because you need the financial security, the economic security behind it for people to offer those jobs. And to some extent we've lost a lot of manufacturing in the West Midlands. So I think for the traditional apprenticeships to apply, we've got to develop a stronger manufacturing centre, and so there are the skilled jobs for people to go into at the end of the apprenticeship.
Personally, when I get the bus, I notice lots of antisocial behaviour, especially towards the drivers and other passengers. What do you plan to do to try and combat this?
Well, there are a number of problems with bus services. A lot of it comes down to the fact that the 1985 Transport Act completely deregulated bus transport. So it's all run purely for the profit of the bus companies, National Express Group mainly in the West Midlands. What we'd like to see is the use of a system like they have in London, where they have what's called sector tendering. Now that means there's a focus on the quality of the service and the reliability of the service, rather than just making profits for the bus companies. And you're right about the antisocial behaviour. Obviously you can't get bus conductors on all the buses, but a greater use of bus wardens and people to generally keep the situation calm and so that people feel safe on the buses would be an improvement to the service.
Definitely. Okay, well thank you for being on the show. I'm joined in the studio by another Parliament candidate. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi Leanne, I'm Jack Dromey. I'm the prospective parliamentary candidate for the Labour Party for Erdington.
And I've come to ask you some questions today about the Erdington area. The first one is, St Barnabas Church has been under reconstruction and in disrepair for a long period of time. What are your plans for it?
It's a wonderful church with a great history at the heart of the constituency, and the sooner that we bring it back to what it once was, a church, a centre for prayer, a centre for the community, the better. So one of the things that I've already said that I want to tackle once I'm elected as MP is bringing back into use that great church.
Okay. Also, there's a lot of litter, graffiti and fly tipping in our area. What are you going to do to try and combat this?
It operates at different levels. At one level, what you have to do is effective policing of the area, both by police officers, police community support officers, the role that the council plays, because it's absolutely wrong that our quality of life is spoilt by people who behave badly. I'm one of those, for example, if I see somebody throwing away a cigarette packet, Leanne, in the nicest possible way, I pick it up and I give it back to them and I say, there's a bin just down there, why don't you just put it in? But what we've also got to do is to make people feel proud of their environment. It's a role of education. Of course there's a role, if you like, of policing, but it's a role of education as well.
Yeah.
Make them feel proud of their environment, because we want Erdington to be a better place to live.
Definitely. Do you have any plans to invest in public facilities in Erdington? Will you provide more facilities for young people to keep them occupied?
Absolutely crucial. See, I've met a number of people who complain about antisocial behaviour, and I understand that. And it's wrong that sometimes communities, that people behave badly in those communities, but then, of course, we've got to make sure those communities are safe and a place that you want to live in. But what we've also got to do is to give the kids something to do. There's two things for me are crucial. First of all, decent youth services, facilities for young people to go to develop themselves, to be with one another, to have a good time. But secondly, it's also about giving them prospects for the future, so that it's about jobs, and the great priority for me is jobs. Rebuilding the manufacturing base of this area so that we give young people hope for the future. Because my experience of young people, I don't share the view sometimes that gets expressed of them. My experience of young people is that they're good people. What they want is somewhere to go and a job and training for the future.
Definitely. Well, thank you to my guests who have been on the show today. I've been Leanne, this has been Social Breakfast, and thanks for watching.